KangasCloud out of the shroud. Coming at you loud like an explode.
Hey everybody, KangasCloud here, back with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Now, I was going to do a quick update at the beginning of this video, but really, this week I actually made an update video, so if you missed that, haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and do so. Do it right now. Why not? I'm going to leave a link right here. Maybe it'll flash on the screen. Maybe it'll go to your inbox. Maybe it'll be there in real life. You'll turn around, there'll be a giant life-size link. Whatever that looks like. But anyway... Okay, let's get back on track here. I've got a Wi-Fi battle with a good guy here. His name is TheGamingElectivire. If you haven't seen him around on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, or anything, go ahead and check out his media down below. This was a pretty fun battle, and really quick, let's go over these teams. We decided to have an RU battle, and as you can see, he's bringing a pretty fun but powerful RU team. He's got one of my favorites, Drapion. He's got the Cinccino. He's got Mr. Boob Hat there. He's got Audino. He's got the Jellicent and the Flygon. And I'm rocking out with my... let's talk about this. I've got my Crustle. I've got my Exploud. I've been waiting to kind of bring one of these guys in. It's one of my favorites, so I'm excited to have him here. I've got my Trevenant. Go Tacoma Trevenants. Hey. I've got my Muck, I've got my Chatot, and I've got, what is this guy called? Swellus? I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, little dragon guy. That's what it is now, little dragon guy. But anyway, let's just hop into this and see what happened. Alright, so... I'm not sure what he's going to lead with on his team. I actually kind of feared the Jellicent or something, but I went ahead and led with my Krusty the Krab anyway, because I thought he could handle whatever came in. Now, this is a little gimmicky. I've got the red card on this thing. This isn't a setup sweeper or anything. I think maybe he was fearing that, so he wanted to break my Sturdy, but that's going to propel him out into this Audino, little friendly guy, but I'm going to go ahead and use this moment to set up my Stealth Rocks. So there you go. Take those. But yeah, he didn't lead with the Jellicent. He didn't lead with the Boob Hat. I'll start calling it Seismitoad, but really, just it's got a hat made of boobs. But anyway, this thing is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. It's going to start setting up on me, and I'm not having this. I don't really like to see this. I look at this thing. It's like a fairy godmother, except like the little like troll sad version of one. This is what Cinderella's like younger, uglier sister had for her fairy godmother. Yeah, but I know I can't really do anything to this, and it might actually have the heal bell or whatnot, so I'm going to switch out of here and go into my Muckety Muck, which is specially defensive, holding the Assault Vest. Shadow Ball. I laugh at Shadow Ball! So, Muck's in here now, and it's going to scare this thing away, but I know it's going to scare this thing away, so I go ahead and scare myself away and back into Krusty the Krab.
I can't hear you!
Bye, Audino. I know you're running, and here comes the Jellicent. Now, this is a matchup I don't quite favor, but... I know there's not an incredible amount it can do to me. I've served my purpose at this point. I've gotten the rocks up. And looking at his team, I see no ways for him to remove the rocks. At least not common ways. So he's going to go ahead and switch out into the Flygon, which kind of surprised me. But either way, I'm just coming in to die, so I'm just gonna try to get some damage off something. Even if he has the heal belt at this point on the that Mega Fairy Dirt Mama Audino, I can go ahead and whittle some things down so I can try to kill him off later. But I find this is a good time to send in my my Trevenant here, my dead Professor Oak. I imagine when Professor Oak dies, this is what he will turn into, a Trevenant. All the professors probably turn into Ghost Tree Pokemon. But I'm kind of mixed defensive, but if I remember, I'm a little more specially defensive on this particular Trevenant. So the Draco Meteor, which surprised me, was fine, because as you can see, I'm eating it up. So here comes the Drapion, and I do predict that because what else on his team is going to switch into this? Well, I wouldn't say I predicted. I predicted him to switch. This time, if I had predicted the Drapion, I probably would have just burned him. But Leech Seed was a safe play all around. He doesn't have anything to really absorb it, so I'm going to get some health back. And at this point, you're going to see kind of a recurring theme. Krusty the Krab cannot be contained. He wants in. Tag me in, he says. Tag me in. And yeah, the knockoff, of course. Why not? Get rid of my berry and all that. But I've already lost my item. And I'm physically defensive. So Drapion, what are we going to do, huh? What are we going to do? I'm going to take some Leech Seed. That's what we're going to do. So I do predict a switch here, but I'm wrong. I'm wrong. He stays in. Maybe still thinking that I'm a setup on. He goes for the taunt, not wanting me to set up a Shell Smash, which is fine because I thought he was going to switch anyway, so I thought I would just get some damage off and whatever came in and then let it kill me. But that's not happening. He, maybe it's the name. Maybe he didn't... Okay, maybe my opponent didn't want to kill a childhood hero of his in Krusty the Krab. So maybe that's what's going on here. And he's like, I'm just going to let it be, and maybe it'll kill itself. But at this point, I know I'm not going to be doing much, so I go ahead and switch. It's pretty safe. My Trevenant, I know he's not going to go for another knockoff, so that's a nice switch for me, and he can't do anything to me, so anyway, he's going to switch out. This time, I was positive. I was positive he's going to switch in the Drapion, so I go ahead and burn it, because I'm just like that, so there we go. Nah. No. Professor Oak, your dead form is actually effective. Although I wonder if he can now remember the name of his grandson now that he's dead and has less things to think about. But I know another knockoff is coming my way because he can still get rid of my berry because I haven't used it yet. I haven't actually revealed what it is. But you'll see that later. So Krusty the Krab is looking pretty good. But he doesn't actually go for knockoff. He goes for Toxic Spites, which... is okay. I don't mind that too much because I do have a muck that likes to sit on them and absorb them up through his butt, which, if you think about it, that's what the Pokemon... The Toxic Spites are on the ground, so when the Pokemon come in and absorb them, they're sucking them up with their butts. Sorry if I made a really weird mental image, but this thing's going down. This thing was scary, so I don't know why he let that fall, but I'm okay with it because that means my Trevenant has little to fear at this particular point. But here comes this Seismitoad, and again, my Trevenant's a pretty safe switch. Now, one thing I was kind of bluffing here was having an actual grass-type attack, which you will see I do not have. And this is actually a Lumberry Harvest Head. Yes. It's fun to use. And he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Not doing that much. A little more than I thought it would, but still not enough. And I'm just gonna guess that he doesn't have anything to KO me. So I just stay in here, and this is my time. This is my chance. I'm gonna sleep. So yeah, and maybe in my dreams I will remember the name of my grandson. I mean, isn't that the weirdest thing? I'm sure it's been talked about a million times, but in the first game, Professor Oak he starts out. I'm this genius professor. I'm going to start you through your journey, but I can't remember the name of my grandchild. How do you even trust him starting out? Like, why even begin the journey? But that's beside the point. So I go for the Leech Seed because really all I can do is wear this thing. I don't have a grass type attack on any of my mons. So that boob hat there, with shiny boob hat, is a little bit frightening to me unless I can kind of nuzzle away at it. But here comes the Audino again. Nice play, dodging the Shadow Claw. But I know I can take a Shadow Ball, and as you can see, I'm faster than this thing because Fairy Dirt Mama doesn't want to get to the gym and work out. That's why she's number 2. She's not the main fairy that you see in the movie. She's the one that's relegated to the Pokemon games. So I outspeed. I get the Leech Seed. I get the health back. Now I know Shadow Ball is the play here. I know it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones because why? Calm Mind. Or a wish. So I said I know, but I don't actually know. But either way, Chatty Cathy coming in strong. I am normal flying, so the Shadow Ball, the ghost type attack, is not going to hit me. I like to think it's not just because I'm normal, it's also because I'm Chatty Cathy and I am invincible. So I'm going to go ahead and recover some of that Leech Seed, so the rocks are a little bit less effective. And at this point, my choice, yes, this is my choiced, scarfed Chatty Cathy. Yeah, actually, this Chatot, to be honest, is one of my favorite Pokemon, and this is where I was happy to see. I was worried about a choice, because I'm Choice Scarf Modest, Chatty Cathy, and I was worried about a Choice Scarf Stone Edge going my way here. But as you see, I get the confusion, I get the bop, and I get the poison, and I feel bad. But look at this matchup. Like, I am the underdog. I am David. This Flygon is Goliath. Go. Do the biblical thing and destroy it. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about. But here comes fat little, big little Jellicent looking at me with that weird mustache and the green and the you're going to get chattered. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can maybe get a confusion. I get a crit, and I do get a confusion. So, okay. Okay, I know my last video I was talking a little bit about praying for hacks and all that, but this literally I wasn't going for hacks. I was just locked into that move and didn't want to switch. I don't use chatter to confuse people. I think the move makes a lot of sense. Why would you be confused? But this thing is obviously bulky. It's going to take it. I'm a little surprised though that a recover wasn't. He could have really kind of stalled me out. Got a little, probably tried to be at a little bigger health, but. I don't know, the confusion game is real and all that. But since it is where it's at, this gives me a really good chance to go into my Zweilous. I still don't know how to pronounce that, but this adamant choice banded thing, and I forgot how slow it was. I thought I was gonna outspeed, but you know what? I don't even care. I'm just glad I got to use it. Look at those heads dance. Look at those heads. Adamant choice band outrage. Get disabled? Okay, well that was definitely upsetting, so yeah, I kind of wanted to, I really wanted to finish off the game with this thing, but that's okay, it doesn't bother me much, but I don't really see a need to switch out at this point. I don't really want anything else taking damage, so I'm just gonna stay in. I'm locked into a move I'm disabled in, so you're gonna see it in a minute. It's nice and funny. Yeah. Nice and Rock Blast. Now, at this point, actually, I wasn't sure if this thing was King's Rock. And then I find out it's Life Orb, which is very, very nice for me because, as you'll see later on, if it had been King's Rock, it really could have upset the rest of the battle. Oh, that's right. I got confused due to fatigue because I couldn't even use my last move. So he got off one good. He killed the Jellicent at almost full health. So Zweilous, you did good. Like, pat yourself on the neck with your leg. You don't really have arms or a back, so I don't know now. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those toxic spikes. I'm gonna go ahead with my muck, and I make really a play. I'm not gonna say it was my best play or anything. I mean, it turned out to be a good play for me, but I just really wanted this to happen, and you're about to see it happen. So let's just take a moment, get your popcorn, and watch the fireworks as I explode! Oh yeah, that just happened. So anyway, one of the scariest mons to me on his team is now dead and gone. And probably the second scariest mon on his team. This little mouse creature thing is here, but don't worry, I'm coming at you loud like an axe. Wow, I can't even say it right. I'm coming at you loud like an X-Cloud. Boom Baby's here. Ready to do some work. Ready to, and I'm at this point. I'm like, maybe I'm just gonna die. I'm not sure. But anyway, if I don't get critted like 2 times, then I'm about to get off a boom burst, baby. Boom shakalaka laka burst. And I mean, that thing was never living, so I don't know why it tried. Anyway, I was very happy to finish off that battle with xCloud. But that was a fun match, though. It was a really fun match. I got to use some of my favorite goofy mons and goofy ways and all that. And like I said before, check out TheGamingElectivire. It's got some good stuff going on there. But thank you guys for watching this battle. It means a lot to me. It means a lot that you're subscribed. That if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know why you're not. But those that are, those that aren't, just means a lot to me that you were here. But yeah, I'm going to be putting a lot more stuff out there in the future, so keep your eye open for that. And without any more ado, this is KangasCloud going back to the Shroud.